Hey, good morning, everybody in the U.S. Good evening to those in the Philippines. So, yeah, guys, today I want to get into some of the nasty things that happened here that you participate in. I participated in myself. I just broke the remote for the 15th time just now, but it's cool. But yeah, no, it's some things that you're going to get into too. When you get here to the Philippines, you're going to be engulfed in the culture now, whether you want to or not sometimes. But let me say what's up to some of y'all. Peter Pete, what's going on? Guess who's late? Yes, I was preparing some things for you guys. Will Data, what's going on? What's happening? Craig Beats, how you doing? Mike, you love to travel. Good evening. Ice Spin, what's going on? But oh, Garrett Austin, what's going on, brother? Good morning. Hope all is well. Not late in the Bono. I heard that, man. I should have used the Bono before I came on the live, but it's all good. But no, I want to get into some of these things today. You guys know of some of these things, but you will participate. That's the thing. I talk about that. I like to talk about these things in live stream because you make a video about it. These videos don't tend to go anywhere. But no, these things you're gonna be into yourself, and you may not be into them right away. You're not used to eating them where you're from. You're not used to doing some of these things where you're from, but you'll be engulfed in it. Now it says looks like it's hot out there. No, it's always hot out in the Philippines, man. That's one of the things you got to get used to out here. Only thing though, like a lot of times, especially when I was in Manila, sometimes it won't be too hot. It'll be rainy. It'll be raining, and that goes along with one of the things I said. Also, I'm going to show you guys. And so, Mike Leather Trap, what's happening in the Philippines? Really nothing, man. Nothing. Things all the same. Just hot weather and beaches. Same thing, different day. But no, the Philippines is good. They're about to open it up to the whole world in April, but you guys already know about that. I want to get into that. Road Dog says, "See you in September." Yeah, see you then, man. See you in September. But so let me get right into this, guys. Let me get right into this. Let me just make sure I have this all set. Now, some of the things you're gonna get into, okay, you may not mean to, but it may just happen because that's the way the Philippines is. Now, one of those things is gonna be walking in rainwater or washing clothes or getting your house flooded. Now, the thing is, you guys won't. You see what she's going through there? Her clothes in water. You guys won't be get involved in any of that. But it happens all the time with Filipinos here. Okay, they walk in rainwater. Like I'll show you this the second slide. This is what I've done. Everybody's gonna do this. This is what I've done. It rains so much here. It rains so much here. There's only two seasons in the Philippines: hot and rainy. Now in the Philippines, I looked up something the other day. They said it rains like 80% of the time, 86% of the time, and it's real because since I've been here in the province, especially, all I've experienced was rain. I didn't feel it. I went through it as well in Manila. That's where I first started doing this. You see what they're doing? They're walking in the rainwater. Out in the Philippines in rain season, only thing you can wear is Crocs. Don't get the regular slippers, just regular Sanellas, because those will fall off your feet in that rainwater. You want to get yourself a good pair of Crocs so you can walk around in the rain. So when it's typhoon, monsoon season, you definitely want yourself a good pair of Crocs. You're gonna need those in the Philippines. No matter where you're at, this can happen. Okay, unless you're like living on a hill, like where I am now, that this probably won't happen because I'm living up in a mountain. But if you're not, you're gonna experience this, and you guys will go through this. As far as the walking in rainwater, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen because it happened to me. I remember I've done videos about it, guys. I've done videos. You guys probably don't remember. These videos were about 3 to 4 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. And at that time, I was staying in Pasay. Yeah, yep. Get you a good pair of Crocs. And the thing is, when you get here, you can get the bootleg Crocs, right? You don't need to see. The thing is, the Crocs is expensive. Don't go and get an actual. Who am I? I'm telling you guys about bootleg, right? But I'm just telling you that's what I did. I came out here. I went right to Divisoria. I was in Manila. I went right to Divisoria, and all the time, you guys probably see my Divisoria shopping videos and everywhere I went out there. But The reason why I did those shopping videos because the Philippines is actually a haven for those products. I mean, it's connected with China, guys. You know, places like Divisoria, China's pretty much running the area. So all of those products in China are out there, and you can find cheap whatever you need. You know, whatever you need. But for you guys, the clothes, you got to get that. If you're gonna get bootleg clothes, you got to get it in certain places. Like you would have to go to, say if you're Manila, you would have to go to by not in Divisoria so much. You can in Divisoria, but you may have to go by more towards. I forgot the name of the train station, but it's by a train station over there before you get to the Mall of Asia. And so let me see. Let me read some of you guys' comments. So Garrett said, "Was in not now. Love the heat, rain, just to be there." Yeah, no, it is. It's great just to be here. In 2 seasons, hot and rainy. Yep. Yeah, asked the guy, "What's the weather like from January to April?" She told me hot. Yeah, it is hot. Like right now, today, the sun was shining, no clouds. But a couple of days before that, it was raining every day. In the Philippines, it's mostly rain, and you're gonna experience that. So the picture I showed, you're gonna experience that. And what's going on, Frank E? How you doing? Hello from Los Angeles. Manila Martin, what's going on, man? And Mike said, "Yep, get you a good pair of Crocs." Flea market jump offs. So true. The flea market jump offs definitely happen in the Philippines. And the crazy thing about it, you guys already know, it's all open. You guys see my videos. It's just out in the street. I've I'm from New York, where they have to hide everything. If you guys know in New York, you go over there by Canal, not even Canal. You go over by the by Broadway, up the block on Broadway, off of Broadway. Right from there, they have it right there. You can find that's where the real spots are, not Canal. Canal, that's where they charge you more. But out here, it was just all out in the street. I couldn't believe it. First time I went to Divisoria, I'm sitting there looking around like, I'm like, hey, they're not locking all these people up. Kay said, no, this is legal. I couldn't believe it. But Raw Dog said, I'm moving to the Philippines in September. I must admit, I'm a little anxious. You're gonna get over that, Raw Dog. You're gonna get over that. What part of the Philippines you moving to? Because depending on how you're living there, you may want to go to a certain part. You want to be a city guy and go right to the province if you never experienced it. Because I'm in a province now, and it's nothing here. Even though I'm in a town where it's like live, a little bit live, still nothing here. And Garrett said bootleg croc rocks. Yep. And Mike said the hot season is from March to June or July. Then rainy season starts, and that lasts until maybe the end of November. Even longer than that. Mike, you love to travel. The Philippines is truly the Philippines gets all of the horrible weather. Like you see all the things that hit Florida. Philippines is like that times five. So think about all the things that Florida and the hurricanes and stuff. Philippines gets it all. But the great thing about the Philippines, most times, for the most part, you won't find yourself in a serious situation. But it can happen. Look what happened in Cebu. They happen every now and then. And Beard and Travel says, "Good morning from Texas. How you doing?" And Craig Beat said, "Girl spell check." And Eric Chisholm, "Good morning from Roosevelt, New York." Okay. And Raw Dog Cavite. Yeah, like areas like that. I've been in Cavite. It's a nice area. Yeah, it's far from Manila. It is cheap to live there. I've been in Cavite. I've been all over. But guys, you will find yourself though. This part here, everyone's gonna go through that. Everyone's gonna go through that. So get that pair of Crocs when you first get here. Also, another thing, and this is what Filipinos do. I would never do this. I don't know if you guys have been here and done this, but this is a popular thing. This is just nasty though. Taking a shower in rainwater. Okay. So many Filipinos, mostly kids. And so you find some Filipinos that do this too. I will find all the time. Like when I was in Manila, you walk up the block and you would see this all over the place. And this right here, you see these kids here. This looks like they're somewhere in the province, or they could be Manila. Who knows? But this is what they do. And the thing with this is the rainwater is falling from the top and I'm sure it's tons of bacteria up there, and they're washing with that. It's disgusting, but people do it, and it was crazy because in Manila, let me tell you how it was. And how can I say I'm not bashing Filipinos, but I would see it. I would never do it. If I was in a situation where I have running water, I would do it. So I'm not bashing anyone, but they would take advantage of this. You see it all the time. You're walking up the block, you see rain falling off something, and you see kids with soap. Then people would go get soap, and you would see grown men too with those kids washing, and they're dropping water that's full of bacteria, all kinds of stuff. What's going on, Al? Al knows about that. But yeah, you see kids with soap out there, and the thing, this would kill me. This is what would kill me, and because they would have soap, and I'll be like, okay, but where's your rag at? You need a rag to really get clean. You just see them out there with the soap and the rainwater. That's cool. Okay, the rainwater, all right, that's bacteria. It's nasty, but okay, you got the soap. But where's your rag at? Because that's the only way you're really gonna get clean is with the rag. And so, hold on, let me see. Let me read some of you guys' comments. And so, Manila Martin said, Cavite's nice, not too far from Manila, cheap to live there too. And Garrett said, we're all the peeps. I see no one in the chat. Hey y'all, can't see other comments. Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on with you, with your YouTube over there. And Mike said, yeah, it's nice. D said, good morning, have a blessed day. Vincula, what's up, Jay? What's going on, man? How you doing? And then so Bird and Travel said rainwater is cleaner than what comes out of most pipes. That's true, it is, but the thing is, it's dropping off of a home or whatever, and it's getting that bacteria. And sometimes it's not even a home. Sometimes it could be something else. And they're sitting there washing in it. Or I've even seen people in the streets, right, with the ton of rainwater in the street washing with that. And I'm talking about times from when Manila streets were the dirtiest. Now, it would be like, it's bacteria, but okay. But I'm talking about at a time when trash was all over the streets. And it blew my mind yesterday. I was watching a video. And so when people say to me, they say, no, I'm over here. Like Filipinos say all the time, no, I'm in America. And it's bad over here too. It's trashy over here. I'm like, yes, I know. Because I was watching yesterday. I was watching a video, not yesterday, the day before that, where it was showing Philadelphia, man. And the streets were trash. It looked like Manila. Like Philly was looking like Manila back in 2015, 16, before they cleaned it up. It was looking bad. And Al said, yep, yep. Charlie would use a pot away from the house and then use that sky falling rain only. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I would do it too. And Beard and Trout would say, yep, gotta have a soap rag. You sure do. Yep, you sure do. You gotta have that soap rag, man. And so Michael Leather Trout said, Imus is nice. General Trias is nice. And even Das Marinas. I want to go to Das Marinas. I want to go there. Have you been to Ponte Vedra? No, never been. I'm not sure where that is. There's so many different little places with different names in the Philippines. But I do want to explore as much as possible. And so Craig Beat said, appreciate you going live late. So it's convenient for people in the States too. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm on the same time as you guys now. Not same time, but you know what I mean. Like it's 11:28 a.m. there. It's 11:28 p.m. here. Just last week I was an hour. So it would be 12:30 here. It would be 11:29 there. So I'd be pushing into dead tired already by the time the live was done. And I would go live for like 3 or 4 hours. So I'd be going live with you guys. It'd be 3:30 there, and it'd be 4:30 here. I'd be like this. But I'm happy the time changed now. Daylight savings time helped. And so Beard and Travel said Philly's really bad. The people all bent on drugs. Yeah, I know. That's what I seen. I watched the video, and it was sad, man. It was sad. Like there was a girl that was 17 when she first started on heroin, and now she's 26, and she was out there on the streets all those years, and it's like, man, it's bad. Prince Memphis, morning Jay from Memphis, how you doing? And then Garrett Austin said, then she would wash me with that mostly cold water. You have to do what you have to do sometimes. Philadelphia rocks too. South Streets, Isha Bibbles, Lorenzo's large slice pizza, great cheesesteaks. Hey Jay and Kay, so for being late, guys. Oh no, it's no problem, Jeffrey. Thanks for coming, man. Appreciate you coming. And so life coach said, I want to come to Manila. I'm just waiting vaccines to be uplifted. Crazy thing about that, life coach. Philippines is not gonna do that. I don't think anytime soon. Maybe who knows? By the end of the year, maybe. But right now, no. Philippines was one of the most strict countries during this pandemic. I'm surprised they were. You know, I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised that they opened it up when they did. I'm happy to open it up, but yeah, I'm surprised that things. So when it's uplifted from the Philippines, they're not doing it anymore. Still gonna be surprised then. I'm gonna be extremely surprised. And Prince Memphis said Congress moving to cancel daylight savings. Okay. And Hapsters, what's going on, Hapsters? Hey, how you doing? And Will said it. Smash that like button, guys. Definitely. Thanks a lot for that, Will. Smash the like buttons. And so, Alan Turner said, "LOL, don't forget about Max's cheesesteaks." Max has cheesesteaks. Max is in the Philippines. You know what's crazy? I was looking up yesterday. Not yesterday. The other day, I looked up Max's, right? Max's fried chicken that's famous in the Philippines. And I was looking in New York, New Jersey, and I was like, wow. I typed in Max's, and they were popping all up over the map. And I seen a bunch of them in New York and New Jersey. I was shocked. I didn't realize it when I was there, but I wasn't looking out for it. But I'm seeing Max's all over. There was more Max's in New York, New Jersey than Jollibee could even think of. I know Jollibee's now, you know, uh, pitting them out there, but you know, Max's has a stronghold out there. I was shocked. And so, Eric Chisholm said it. Congress should pass the bill. No more daylight savings time in the U.S. So it's gonna stay like this now for good on the time it's on now, because that'll be good. Because to bring the clock back is like a little bit off. I think it's better with more daylight. Bring the clock back. It makes it gloomy. I remember when I was in the U.S. and they would push the clock back and it get dark at 5. I always feel like because at least in the wintertime it would get dark at 6. It'd be like at least you got an hour. But then when it hits middle of winter, it's getting dark at 5, almost 4, 4:50. You feel crazy. How are you guys over there, K and J? Yeah, we good over here. We good over here, Hapsters. Just holding up, surviving. And so only the Senate passes so far. Okay. And Road Dog said, how often do you guys go live? Well, we go live on Saturday and Sunday. I may change it to just one of those days. I may change it to just one day. Or maybe do it like on and off every other week. I do 2 days, and then next week I do one day. I have to see. And so the Haps is just saying hi to Garrett. And so Prince Memphis said, I got my vaccine just to come. I got the one shot J&J, and I'm coming in May. I heard that, man. Might as well if you got it, you might as well just come. And so Cha Cha B said, I don't blame them not lifted mandates for CV protection. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, and I'm not worried about it either. But there's a lot of guys that just don't want to get it, so they're waiting for it to be none. And so Mike said they're talking about leaving the time here in the States to forward time and not change it anymore. The Center for Massachusetts brought that up in a bill. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I can't wait if they do, because them changing it back, it throws me off a little bit from doing stuff for you guys. Like say I'll put up a video here, at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's It's 6 there. It just I don't know. It just everything just throws me off a little bit, especially when I go live. Because my hours that I work, I can't go live. Usually when everybody else goes live, I can't go live at those times, and it hurts me. Because if I went live at, I did it before, but if I went live at, you know, 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11, 12, I used to have tons of people when I used to do it before. Alan Turner said Philadelphia, bro. And DJ Underground said the one country that was doing the most sanitizing and spraying everything is back on lockdown again. China. Yeah, they were very strict too with the with everything. Even though that's where it started at, but they were very strict. And then they got everybody that looked like them got blamed in the states, and it was crazy though. I didn't understand it because people were just targeting everybody that looked Asian, and you can't do that because they targeted a Filipino woman in the states, and she was from the Philippines, and she's not Chinese. It was crazy. You can't just do that. But anyway, Dexter Perkins, what's going on? He said, "What's everybody? Get your butt out of bed." Yeah, I hear you. It's around that time. And Prince Memphis said Senate unanimously voted to pass it. But that's good. And Jeffrey Toss said, "Is it ground zero there now?" Oh, what do you mean? Is it ground zero here? You mean with all the people coming? I'm not sure what you mean, Jeffrey Todd. It said DJ Underground said, "Yeah, there's a Max restaurant in Chicago. Yeah, they're everywhere, man. Max restaurant is in more places than Jollibee in the states. Like they really, I didn't even because you know what it is. Max is, you know, people will know it's a Filipino restaurant, but most people won't know. People go in there, say, "Let's go to Max. Let's go get something to eat here," and won't even know it's a Filipino restaurant. Until they really look at it. And so Garrett said, "Worried about this new strain in Europe and China, soon in U.S. Hopefully, no more shutdowns." Max's cheesesteaks were in the Phils. Oh no, not Max's cheesesteaks, Garrett. Not cheesesteaks. Max's fried chicken. Max's is famous for fried chicken. It's a uh, it's a Filipino restaurant. Actually, you can find. I think it was the first one in Manila, over there by Chinatown in Manila. Right when you go by the Chinatown, the bridge. When you go by the bridge, and then you go by the Chinatown welcoming peace thing they have there. The Max is right there. I think that was the first one, right there, on the right. And that's the thing. These guys they just took off. That's the thing. Like you would think. Well, back then it's because they restaurants from a while ago. But you would think something's not gonna work. Just try it sometimes, guys, because it'll work. So Charles Murrow said, "Hey Jay, hope all is well." And Gentry, love it. Shout out to my pops back in Detroit, Michigan. So Will said that starts next year. Yeah, I'm sure they would do it next year because it already passed. Is it zone zero there now? I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, I go live Raw Dog every usually Saturday and Sunday. So you can check me out. And so Mike said, "Yeah, Jay, I just looked it up. And Congress just passed the bill. No more time changes. That's cool. That's cool. I can't wait for that, man. Let me put this fan on me here. So I'm burning hot over here. That's the only thing that kills me. Like, I have no AC down here in the living room. It gets hot, man. It really gets hot down here. Upstairs, I got the AC, so it's freezing up there in my room. But down here, it gets hot. I may end up going up there with Kay in a little while. We both just sit there together because it's hot down here. So Alan Turner said broad and airy Philly. And Dapper Dean said Arizona is the only state without a time change. Okay, I didn't know that. What's your opinion on doing business in the Philippines? I say do business in the Philippines. There's tons of foreigners that do it. I say to wait first. Don't jump into it right away. You know, wait and learn. Learn the area you want to do a business in. You know, learn the area. Find the area that's more prominent for your business. So what you do is you map it out. You go, okay, you know what? and then you want it to be depending on what kind of business, you may want it to be in an area where there's a lot of foreigners at. Don't have to, but still, you want your business to have traction. Because businesses open and close all the time out here, but a lot of businesses do take off in the Philippines. Believe it or not, you open a business here, and it can probably take off more out here in the Philippines than it'll ever take off in the U.S. And it's cheaper to do. So I say do a business. Don't do it right away. You know, get the lay of the land first. Because I'm at the point now where I need to open up a business. Because you want to have that. You don't want to you want to just have extra income. I mean, why not, right? And so the Hapster said Hawaii is one of those states doesn't do time changes. That's good. I don't know why they started that in the first place. Those time changes come straight from hell. And so iSpin said permanent daily daylight savings time will take effect in 2023. And Garrett said, I hate that time savings crap. Florida did not matter as much. Always sunny and nice still. Hey, all again. I cannot see anyone's comments. I must be on Mercury Black Filipino chat line. I don't know what's going on with you over there, man, but yeah, something's going on. And so Haps just laughed at you, but Fred said COVID is over in the U.S. Pretty much. They just have to remove the mandates from New York. New York is like the last place that's strict because they were the first place that were hit hard. So New York has to remove the mandate, and then from there, U.S. is pretty much all open. Only reason I know about New York's problem is because of Kyrie Irving can't play ball. He's still because he didn't get vaccinated, so he still has his issue. And so Mike, you live to travel said, and Hutch said, thumbs up, y'all, get him up, get him up. And Mike, you live to travel said, I'm reading about the time change and won't start. Yeah, everyone's saying that. And Dapper Dean, you tried Max. He said Max's is okay. I'd rather have Manga Sal. Manga Sal is the best, man. That's the best. That's Manga Sal is that restaurant where you want to eat rice. Like you don't have rice with it. It's weird. You gotta have the rice, and then you also have to have the sile, the calamansi. Sile calamansi with the soy sauce, delicious. Mexican restaurant is here in Hawaii. It's not as good as like those in the Philippines. I will believe that. I will believe that. I don't know. I never tried it, but I can believe it because you said it, Hapsters. But that makes sense. What's going on, George? How you doing? Long time no see. So Dapper Dean said he used to live there, Red Hill to be exact. And so you guys just talking back and forth. Mike Little Travel said Arizona and Hawaii have no time change. And the Haps has been up since 4. Wow. That's too early. And so DJ Underground said for the people that do not know, if you try to fly, make sure your driver's license and ID is the newest version, not the old one. Okay. Oh, why they giving you a problem with flying now? I know they usually give you a problem like when when you're trying to go around certain places in the states. You need to have it. And Dapper Dean says around 5. I miss Jersey Mike's. They have that out here actually. I think they have it in Manila. Al, they have that in Manila. Let me see. Let me see. Check right now. Mike's. I think it's in. I think they have Jersey Mike's out here. They just show me all locations in the Philippines, but I think Jersey Mike's. Yeah, Jersey Mike's is in the Philippines. Jersey Mike's is in. They're in Manila though. I don't think it's where you are. I know they're in Manila. And so Mikey Little Travel said, Jay, I was watching PNA news and they were talking about having 4-day work weeks there in the Philippines. Okay. Wouldn't affect me though. I'm still on the States, but I usually only do 4-day work weeks anyway. Because I don't work on Friday. House of Hots, what's going on, man? He said, "Yo, what's up? What's the worst thing that people in What's the worst thing that people in the PH that's common?" Well, that's common. Worst thing that people do in the Philippines that happen. I don't know. You gotta rephrase the question. They threw me off a little bit. And so I spent at Mangani Sal is 5 minutes from my house. Okay. Is Kenny Rogers Chicken really a Kenny Rogers franchise? I've never seen it here in the U.S. Yeah, Kenny Rogers did come from. I don't know. I don't know. I think it did. I think it did though. Because when I came out to the Philippines, I was like, wow, they have a Kenny Rogers. I don't think it's the same though for some reason. I don't know. Let me check that really. That's a good question. Kenny Rogers. Let's see. Hold on. Let me. Yeah, no, it is from. It's the same one. It's the same one. Chain of chicken-based restaurants founded in 1991 by country musician Kenny Rogers. Yep, and former KFC CAO. It's the same one. Kenny Rogers Roasters is the same one that's from. Yep, it's from the states. So, but yeah, that's what happened when I came out here to the Philippines. I said, "Wow, they have a Kenny Rogers," and because it's closed out in the states, but it worked out here. And Hapsa said, "Yeah, I've not had any rice for a while, unless it's on sushi. I think I'm the only Filipina who don't eat rice much. Yeah, we eat it all the time here. I'll be honest with you." And Daberdeen said because the new IDs have a chip. And so Garrett said, "Is the internet connection strong enough in the Philippines to do my tax lien certificates business? I have to be able to research countries back in the USA and contact various people regularly to get ER." It definitely is. It definitely is. Garrett, I right now my speed. I don't know if you was there when I did it in the live, but my speed is 300 up and 300 down. So my speed is probably faster than some of you guys' speed out in the states. Philippines now, in a lot of places, even down in provinces. I'm not saying in every province, but not all provinces. But I know here, almost everywhere has high speed internet now because they even have it all the way down by where Kay's from, by Rojas. They have high speed service connection down there, and it's all over now. They're moving around. The reason why these internet companies got their act together is because your boy's coming here, Tesla, and they don't want to lose their business. So once they knew Tesla was coming here, not Tesla, I forgot the name of the satellite service that he has, but once they knew that was coming here, they started improving. They were working on improving anyway, but now they're improving and they're running lines everywhere. And now they want to have it to where when Tesla finally makes it, he's still gonna some provinces actually they can't get to, so he's still gonna have some leeway. But these Philippines companies trying to make it as little as possible, and they're gonna be successful because when you can be in a province, the thing about this internet connection is that if you get more lines in a province, it's gonna be better service in a province. It's Starlink. Starlink is it? Yep. If you get more lines in a province, more connection, it's going to be faster than like Manila or Cebu because less line connections. Like right now, I think on our block we're probably the only ones that still maybe one or two people that have what we have. So the connection is crazy. You know, and we only paying $50 a month, Garrett. So yeah, the Philippines is improving with that. And I said it before. Duterte made it. Duterte actually said to people, if you guys don't work on improving your service to make it faster for people, I'm going to get people from outside the country. Once he said that, things started getting better. He helped out a lot of things. Cedric Anderson, what's going on from Facebook? How you doing? And so Garrett also said, do you need live ID with the passport for the Philippines travel? I hope not. I don't think so. Go back to Florida, update mine. Hate high cost Maryland, boring area. No, I don't think you need that in the Philippines. You need it more in the States. Referring to the title, What's the most nasty thing, disgusting? Oh, that's common accepted. Oh, I went over that. You came late, house to house. I went over it a little bit, and I broke it down like taking a shower in rainwater with the water that's coming off of the. You said the water just splashing down there, coming off the house. It's probably coming from the gutter too. Like that water could be coming from the gutter, from a dirty pipe, huh? Yeah, I know it's coming from the gutter, but they be coming from a dirty sewage pipe or something, or a dirty pipe on top of the house, and it's tons of bacteria they're washing with it. But and those things happen, you know. If you know a Filipino here, I'm sure. Okay, have you ever washed in that? Huh? No, okay, Kay's never done it, but there's a lot of Filipinos that do it. Yeah, and I'm. You bathed in the rain? Yeah, I would try that. That's not bad. Bathing in the rain is not bad. There's no more Kenny Rogers restaurants. Yeah, this in the Philippines though. Philippines is, woo, tons of them here, and it's delicious too. You know what's funny when I tried Kenny Rogers here, I said, why did they ever shut down Kenny Rogers in the states? It was so good. I guess maybe bankrupt, but I said, man, this is delicious, and it's the same one, Kenny Rogers Roasters. Sa- Yeah. Yeah, House of House is late. Yeah. Yeah, Starlink. Yep. Man, that's weird. On Mark Mean said, yeah, that's weird on chicken places I've seen are KFC, El Pollo Loco, Boston Market, and Wingstop. Yeah, no Boston Market here. They have Wingstop. They have a Wingstop out here though in Manila, but no Boston Market. I think that I don't think no El Pollo Loco, KFC of course, but instead of the Boston Market, Kenny Rogers Roasters is the Boston Market of the Philippines. Think of it like that. That's Kenny Rogers out here. It's the Boston Market in the Philippines. You go to Boston Market, you get that chicken, you get your baked chicken, you get the corn and everything with it, with the creamy spinach and everything. That's Kenny Rogers Roasters out here. But there's no creamy spinach. Yes, I can make regular bank back from USA. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can, Garrett. You can. That's the thing with the Philippines now. Like you can easily be out here and and get your work on. And Sergio Gander said, "What do you do for work? I hit you up on Messenger. I'm trying to find a job I can work with U.S. pay. Go to Upwork. Go to Upwork, Cedric Anderson. Go to Upwork. I'll tell you that. Go on Upwork.com and then email me. You can book a consultation with me if you need help and you want to be on a fast track to getting something. But other than that, go to Upwork.com, create your profile, and you should be good. I suggest that to anyone that still wants to, even if they retire, if someone wants to make an extra income, you can do it. You can be in the Philippines and make U.S. income. Only thing you just have to pay your taxes in U.S. You know, because you don't want to pay taxes in the Philippines. Trust me. But they won't tax you anyway. You don't have to worry about that. But and so Hapster said Kenny Rogers in the Philippines. They closed up in the USA 2011. Yeah, but no, they shut down. Okay, stupid. No, Boston Market. Okay, Boston Market. No, Boston Market is like Kenny Rogers. It's not as good though. Kenny Rogers chicken is better. I'm telling you, Kenny Rogers chicken is better than Boston Market. No lies. Boston Market sometimes have a saggy taste. You got to get it when it's fresh. And yep, no more in the USA. And so Sergio Anderson said, Filipina have beautiful skin. I think it's from the rainwater. I don't think it's that. I think it's yeah, from the sun, man. You in the sun all the time, it does wonders for your skin. It keeps you young. It keeps you young. And so now let me go into this one here. Let me go into this. Let me see something. Yeah, I'm not done. I'm not yet done. So also uncooked Esau. Now Esau, right? Now I know what you guys are thinking. I wouldn't do it, but There's tons of Filipinos that do it. Did you try Esau once? Where do you go to? Tennessee's? Oh yeah, yep. Yeah. Oh, you tried it in Tennessee? This, yeah. Kay tried it. I don't know what she was thinking. It's like chitlins, but chicken chitlins. That's Esau. And you know if that's undercooked, you're gonna get so sick. But out here, I'm not saying that people just look for uncooked Esau. Esau. I'm not saying that, but they'll eat it. And the worst thing about that, let me tell you something. Now, this is what people do too, right? They'll also have that Esau, right? Not even say if it's not uncooked, right? And then they get a little bit of a bitter taste. Now, that bitter taste that you're getting is poo poo, right? Poo poo. Okay? And so imagine you take a bite of Esau, you get a bitter taste, poo poo pretty much, and then you just, oh well, you just accept it. Like, oh, it's experience. Don't be that guy. Because Filipinos do it, they're used to it. Don't be that guy because that's not a good piece of Esau. You gotta spit it out. Because you're eating the chicken poo poo. And this is what happens, guys. I gotta tell you guys how this is crazy. I'm not trying to bash Filipino, but it happens. Also they'll dip the Esau in a vinegar, right? And bite a piece of it and then dip it in vinegar, right? And then the vinegar has that certain taste because that's the spit of everyone else that dipped it in that same vinegar. Sometimes they give you your own vinegar. Yeah, some people dip it in the same thing. So if you're at a location, I'm not telling you not to try it, and then you see everyone dipping in the same vinegar, don't dip in that vinegar. Ask them to give you a separate vinegar. Yeah, because then they because then they'll try to dip it. But you know what they do a lot of times? A lot of times they'll have the vinegar in the bag. Get it from one of those places because they already separate the vinegar ahead of time. Don't get it from one that has the cup there. You see it, especially in places like Manila. You see it many different places in the province too. They have that thing, that vinegar, where people just dip it in the same vinegar. It has a certain flavor because there's all kinds of spit in there from everyone and Esau, poo poo Esau, and that's been sitting there for probably days. No, when you don't clean it out good, it's chicken intestines. Yeah, it's mostly not, but be careful because that taste you be tasting soul food. Not really soul food. You can find it in certain places. You can find it in certain places, but you won't really find soul food. You can bring a soul food restaurant here. It will probably do good because Filipinos eat everything. Especially if you're in Manila, maybe even Cebu, you'll have Filipinos that eat soul food because Filipinos know about soul food too. Don't sleep, they do. Filipinos know about all food. Filipinos are foodies. That's what I love about the Philippines over Thailand is that Filipinos try everything and they actually like everything. You have Filipinos that come from the states that know about soul food, or even that are just from here, and they'll go try your food out and love it. Won't happen. Won't be the same in Thailand. Thailand, you could open a soul food restaurant. It's not going anywhere because no people from Thailand is gonna buy there. But you have a soul food place out here in the Philippines. Filipinos will buy from there. And Mike said that creamy spinach was off the chain. It was. I love the creamy spinach. But it's true, and I'm not trying to bash anyone. It's just facts. The you get the undercooked Esau or Esau dipped in the vinegar that's already been dipped in. But that's just the thing out here, and you don't want to get yourself in that. But that's some things that certain people do, and it's just a known thing. Filipinos are just used to it. So you'll find it be people in a certain area, they're just doing it and just fine. And then that's usually why you find some people that get sick from eating the food when they first come, because they'll be eating. Certain people get sick and wonder why they're sick because they're eating uncooked Esau. Because foreigners get into it. Foreigners get out here and oh no, try this and try that. And you all this stuff, and it's not hygienic sometimes, or it's undercooked, or just be careful. That's all. And so Garrett said, Miss Arlo Poco Loco, Damon Romans, Don Ramos, Dan Raymond's Cuban food. Need my fix now. How can you get citizenship besides marriage? Um, well, I don't believe. Well, no, you can get. I, hmm, you would have to. You don't want citizenship, Joey. With citizenship in the Philippines, you would drop everything in the U.S. or where you're from. So then you wouldn't be able to go back home. So you wouldn't want to do that. That's like if got full citizenship here. I'm a permanent resident, but if I got full citizenship here, I would have to let go of my United States citizenship, which wouldn't really make sense because I lose my passport. I can't go back to visit my family. Things just go all out of whack from there. Dapper Dean, what's going on? He said hello from K. Hello, K. And Mark Mean said Jay thinks Boston Market is the similarity to Kenny Rogers. However, if I'm feeling grilled chicken, Manga and Shaw is my go-to. Yeah, grilled chicken, Manga Shaw is the go-to. Baked oven chicken, you go to Kenny Rogers, the spot. Kenny Rogers, the spot here. And so I spent said trying to get my rotisserie chicken shot back open when I get back in the PI. Okay. And Cedric Anderson said Upwork. Thanks. Yeah, Upwork is the way. Cedric, I've been on Upwork for 8 years, 8 to 9 years. I've been on it in the Philippines for 6 years. So yeah. And Craig Beats, I'm not trying to discuss you, but yeah, no, that this things it's like that out here. It's like that out here. Yeah, no, yeah, you. I just got two comments now. I said, "Oh Lord, oh that's nasty." Joe said, he said, "Poo poo." Yeah, no, it's real though. So what is good? Travel medical insurance. I'm global 73 or 10 leg 83. No doubt, double dip. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Jess Lee knows what I'm talking about. That's what they do. They double dip and no double dipping with the Esau.
Happy anniversary.
CK.
That's our song. It's our
Okay.
anniversary today, guys.
Oh yeah,
It's
today's
already 12 o'clock.
yeah today's
Show my cake for you. That's for you. Wala tayong candle, guys. This is a cake. J and K, 60 years.
yeah
I want to eat it today because it's 17.
yeah we're gonna eat it yeah.
That's my
So
gift for Jay.
yeah, it's okay.
Commercial, guys, commercial. The song playing is our song that we sing on our wedding day.
Yeah.
Can you change the ano?
So
Put
this
that one the
oh
next.
this is the
Please
tea thing, huh?
remove this one.
Move what? Okay.
Make it a lot
Wait, wait, wait.
slim.
Oh yeah, yeah, wait, wait. Okay, you about to
Yes.
get us copyrighted.
No, it's not. That's
Okay.
a copyright song. Hi guys. 6 years.
Yeah.
Okay. What's my gift to you? Show me. Is it a gift?
Yeah, that's it. She got me a cup because I drink a lot of tea all day while I'm working.
Wait,
I
this
drink a ton of
light.
tea.
Do you have ano? Lighter?
Huh? Yeah. So I love Esau. Oh yeah, Jay. Filipinos love good soul food. They sure do.
You're welcome.
Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby.
Alright guys, thank you. That's all the commercial.
One of my good friends just got back from the Philippines Tuesday, and all he talks about are the food and awesome people are in the PH. And this is the first time there. I'm so happy for him. Jay about to start an ostrich Esau business. No, I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm definitely not doing that. And so I know a travel agent told me Filipinos pay very cheap. So what's that cake? You said chocolate and what's the name? And red velvet, right?
Yeah, that's a chocolate flavor and red velvet. That's me.
Yeah.
I asked my sister because my favorite is chocolate flavor. Alright,
Hmm.
enough with the commercial, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
I just
I
want
know
to
a
eat my
travel
food.
agent told me Filipinos pay very cheap flights at airport in Philippines. Told me Philippines pay very cheap flights at airport in Philippines. Well, they usually pay the same price that you guys do. Um, they you can get a cheap flights in the Philippines right now. In the Philippines right now, is she K? How much you said it was? You seen to Cebu? How much pesos?
That's flying from within the Philippines.
Yeah, how much was it though?
3,000 for two
Yeah,
person,
K
3,000
seen
for
K
six.
seen 3,000 for two people to go
Correct.
from Manila to Cebu back and forth. To go from Manila to Cebu and back again. 3,000 for two people. So that's $60 for two people. So around $30 to fly. 10 to 20, a little bit more, 30. But K for months I'll be in Portugaleras, finger cross, and the Hapsters. And so I came back to this into the Earth chat. I can see all now. I came early before my reminder went live. Hey y'all, hope all are fine and doing great. You can be a dual citizen in both USA and Philippines if you're Filipino. If you're Filipino, you're a foreigner, you can't be dual. You can be a resident, but as far as a dual citizen, no, you can't be a dual citizen. So Joey Sanchez said, "Thanks for that info. If you were born in the Philippines and have a citizenship here in the U.S., you can get a dual citizen." Yeah, Joey Sanchez, are you a Filipino? Because if not, it can't be done. I see you dapper now. Great luck with that. And Linda Lisa Galindez, beautiful. Yep, that's what I did. Was born in PI and a naturalized U.S. citizen. I got my dual citizenship when I went to nursing school in the Philippines. Congrats, 60 more. Okay, now I'm getting to the wow, Kel cute. Congratulations. Congrats, 60 more. At least you youngins. Yeah, right? Well, 60 more. I mean, I'm already 40. 60 more. Maybe 30 more. maybe 40. Who knows? 60. Woo, I'm going to be 100 years old, man. I tried to get dual.
I have two for me.
Couldn't get it because I was born 1970. If it was 1974, then I could get it. Not sure why is that. Probably because that's when they changed the rule.
That's why.
Mm. So, God bless you guys. Yes, COO. 60 more years. Congratulations. I spent while I made the cutoff. I was born 1975. More sorry, exercise in effect. That's cheap flights. Yeah, it was cheap. That's dirt cheap. It is. Thanks for the congratulations, Mark Meany said. Congratulations, Jay. Wishing you a happy and healthy life. Joey Sanchez, American. No, you can't get the dual, man. Only Filipino can be dual. And like Hapster said, anywhere in the world. And so Garrett said, damn it, what are the differences? Permanent resident and dual. Well, the difference is if you're married to a Filipina, you can get your permanent resident. If you're a Filipino married to an American, it's better. You can get dual. That's like when I bring K back to the States, right? K can get be a citizen in the US and also a citizen here. I can't. I can never. Yeah, foreigners can't be dual in the Philippines. And Joey Sanchez said planning to retire early and want to live in the Philippines. Yeah, that's the way to go, man. Planning to retire early, that's the way to go. Or if you can't wait to retire early, you do what I did. But if you're gonna retire in, I don't know, depends. Because some people retired. Believe it, it's people retiring now at 30 in the U.S. People are retiring early. They're saving a ton of money. They're living. They're living like minimalist. The minimalist lifestyle. Some guys, some people, from when they were 18, 20 years old, I wasn't on it like that. But I can get on it like that now. But I'm able to do that by like 50 because I'm already out here in the Philippines. But, you know, guys live the minimalist lifestyle, save all of their money. I can still do it because I'm here. I'm only paying 1,200 for rent. So I can live the minimalist lifestyle, save the rest of my money, and keep investing. By the time 6, 7 years come, I'll be at the point to where I can have, you know, 200 to 300 for the rest of my life. In the Philippines, you can live 10 years. I already got it mapped out to where I can live for 10 years on what? maybe what, 120,000. So think about it. If I can live for 10 years on 120,000, I can live for the rest of my life with 400,000. Right? I can live 40 more years with 400,000. Right? So that means you have to think about it. I can make build up enough of a nest egg in the next 6 years to be able to live forever in the Philippines if I wanted to. But I wouldn't do that. I'm still gonna go back to the U.S. But you guys know what I mean. And so Mark me said, dude, you can buy a house and a lot and open bank accounts. From what I heard, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, yeah, you can. You can. You can open bank account even if you're not from the Philippines. You can open bank account, but you would have to report it. That's the only thing. You have to report your funds to the U.S. government. So nobody really wants that, right? You can get a workaround. There's people that do workarounds out here, but you got to know people. There's certain workarounds you can get. 1 second, guys. Okay, you come to. Okay. Oh no, cause you. And so he said this. I'm trying to see. He said this 400. This 400,000 include infatuation. What do you mean infatuation with K or somebody else? Did I work long enough to collect Social Security? I think so. I don't know. I think I worked long enough. I worked from yeah, no, raw dog. It's that's for you, raw dog. Inflation. Well, that inflation wouldn't even matter. Inflation wouldn't matter because me, I tend on living off the land. Even inflation. Inflation is not going to matter for me. I intend on living off the land, and that's the best way, guys. That's pretty soon in the future. That's gonna be the only way. That's gonna be the only way in the future. I tried for dual and still I didn't get it. I retired from corporate America, never from entrepreneurship and writing books. I will work until I die doing it. Can Charlie open a bank account for the two of us and avoid U.S. reporting? Yeah, she can. She can. Iceman, were you born in PA and naturalized U.S. citizen? So Iceman is good. Probably meant inflation. He did mean inflation. But that's the thing, guys. You know, I need to be at the point to where I can live off the land. I need to live off the land, guys. I need to be at a point where you know how those same guys are have those rice fields and they're sending tons and tons of rice and all throughout the world. I want to get to that point where the link is not working. I need to get to that point in my life, guys. You know, I gotta have to get to that point because I feel like until I get to that point, I'm just spinning wheels. Yeah, self sufficient. Yeah, yeah. And you know what's crazy? And I said it before. I talked about it live. Everybody that had their jobs for 100,000 and people that were working regular jobs in the U.S. You got these young guys getting out of high school that gave up those jobs, making 100,000 for farms. Something's happening. Something's about to happen. I seen an article. I forgot what I was looking at. I seen an article where a guy. I keep seeing videos of guys like, and people did this years ago. Think about it, guys. They did it before, like maybe 3, 4 years ago. a bunch of people getting out of school. They had a job. They got a job making 100,000 a year, and said, "Forget that. Got a farm and quit." Something's not. Think something's not going on, guys. Something's really going on, and you really got to think and say, "Wait a minute. I need to really plan and prepare." You know, because I'm out here right now in the Philippines, and I'm like, I can't get it yet, but I'm like, I got to get there. I have to get to that point where I'm self sufficient. You know, it may take me another year or two. Wait, okay, I'm just in it now. It may take me another year or two, maybe more, but I need to get there. I have to fight for it. I'm saying it now, okay? I have to fight for it because, like yesterday, right, guys? I was looking on YouTube, okay, right? And they showed this house, this house. It was a house being sold in North Carolina for like 280,000, right? It was on the news, guys. They showed the block is usually empty, right? Then they showed the news was there. It was such a big thing. They showed the house opening. The block is usually no cars parked on the block. It was cars parked on the block for 3 blocks for one home. For one home. Because it was within price. It was at 208,000. Nothing's going for that right now. So, we in those times, it's like, okay, something's happening. Something's happening. Banks they pay automatically report to U.S. for citizens due to the new anti-money laundering laws. Yeah. So something's happening, and it's time to pay attention. This is, I think, I know, I think also locally because the world market is a finicky thing. That's where I spend. I think I have to go to the council again. Dante Ellis, what's going on, man? Simply Rocco, how you doing? What means that I spend? That's why I think I need to be born in the PI, even though you're a U.S. citizen. Hey, what's going on, baby?
Hi guys. Hi baby. I missed you. Happy anniversary. Just kidding. Plus- Hello
And so,
guys. Let me help you. You wanna pee? While I'm
yeah, no, I'm good.
reading.
I'm good actually today. I've been drinking too
Okay.
much water. So Roy
Okay.
Jones said, I think it's their mindset. They don't want to work 20, 30, and 40 years. That's not that, Roy Jones. It's not their mindset. It's not their mindset. Think about it. These kids got big degrees. They got something that can actually, how can I say it? Like they didn't go to college and get a liberal arts degree. Like, a lot of people get that really don't amount to nothing. They went and people went and became doctors, lawyers, and stuff like that, and came out in fields they can make 100,000, worked them for a year, and left. It's for a reason. It's for a
Mm-hmm.
reason. That's happening for a reason. People now trying to buy up as much land as possible. Not only because of the boom, but people are trying to get like out of society for a reason. For residential purposes, you may own up to 1,000 square meters of urban land and or 1 hectare of rural land, dual Philippine citizenship, and that right there opens up your mind. It opens up my mind, and I go, you know what? I need to prepare myself too. You know, and people want all these nice things. I'm getting to the point I don't want it anymore. I don't want these. I don't want the nice things. I don't want the nice
Mm-hmm.
car. I don't want the latest clothes. I was like that even when I first came to the Philippines. I wanted all this stuff. Yeah, instant gratification, and yeah. But these are kids though. Certain kids they nowadays are coming up and they got their mind on right, and they're going a certain way, and they're young, and it's like, man, you know what? They're right, and it's older people doing it too, and I'm just like, I need to go that route too. You know, my life needs to change now. Now is the time to save every dollar you get in and plan something, and plan is self-sustained because it's getting to that time. You know, it's getting to that time in our life where, like I said before, I told my lives before, but where you guys may say, you know what, I need to go to the Philippines. Seriously, of course, you know, you can't really have land here, but for you guys that are dual citizens, and also for you guys that got ladies you don't plan on leaving, you know, that move may not be such a bad idea. Or even if you're in the states, you know, that's like say I want to get back out there and I want to make sure I get me a piece of land somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
In the U.S., they may buy land, but in the future they may take it using eminent domain. Yep, they will. Just like now they're taking back the stimulus money they gave out. They're creating many ways to
They
take the
do?
money. They are. Yeah,
Oh,
yep, and
wow.
they're creating ways to take the land too. All those stimulus stuff, it was a trap. It was, and all those pay loans was a trap too. But you know, it's coming to a time where it's like a lot of guys gonna start feeling like I may need to get to the Philippines. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I may need to get there where things. I always said that about the Philippines. You know, when things are crazy here, say if there's a crazy gas hike, right? I think I'm gonna go up the block and still see people with smiles. I know I'm gonna go up the block and still see people with smiles on their faces. I'm still gonna see kids running around happy. It may not be the same when I was in Queens. You're gonna see people bugging out. You're not gonna see that in the Philippines. That's the difference. People who talk about all they want about the Philippines. I always say that. You know, when things the going gets rough, Filipinos deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so Joey Sanchez said, while I was laid off for 4 months during COVID, I built a one bedroom, one bathroom modern apartment in the province of Jason. I've been with my girlfriend since 2018. My first visit to the Philippines was life changing for me. Early retirement is all that's on my mind. Yeah, it is. Same thing with me too. Same thing with me too. And it's not even. I'm not even necessarily thinking about early retirement. I'm just thinking about living for, you know, 10 to 20 years, and also having my own stuff. You know, and have my
Especially
own.
right now during this vid time, this
Hmm.
the vid, people are more like into business, more on saving. Sometimes people doesn't care about buying new car. Actually, right now people are more like
Hmm.
how to get, how to earn more money or focus on their family more because of what's happening. So it really the vid really do some stuff which is teaching people how to be more
It
responsible.
is, and they said it too. Like during this pandemic, so many new businesses started in the Philippines and took off. Guys, from when I came out here, right? We seen uh, a company here in where we live out here, right here, right, guys. They started a delivery app, right? They started a delivery app, and it's starting to take off now. You know, like
It's not even an app. It's like you just contact
it's
them
not
on
an app, yeah.
Facebook, but they're wearing green, just like Grab,
Yeah, it's like
and
Grab
then
or
they
like
connected with
Grab
all
delivery.
the.
It's a delivery company, and now they're making tons of money. They started from nothing. Now
It's 1 year anniversary already
they're thriving.
started. Mm-hmm.
They're thriving, and they really had a lift off. I say maybe what like 2 months ago. They had a lift off, but and then it's another guy who he has something like that too. The guy that we rented the Airbnb from when we first came out, he has his own delivery business, and his guys, people are doing it. And they starting up these apps out here in the Philippines, and people are taking off.
Mm-hmm.
And it would shock you, but it's Filipinos out here that it's doing it from nothing, and it's working. That's the thing in the Philippines. Things can start out here and make it. You know, like I'm working now. Me and Kay have some ideas, but I need something that's foolproof. You know, that's a guaranteed need. before I start something. Then from there we started, put money into it, and hope it takes off. And so let me see here. So Lisa Galinda said that is why you could help us get homes to rent and live in just to get ready. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's funny. I could do something like that. Um, but I don't want to get involved. That's why I haven't done it. You know, I don't want to get involved. Like for instance, I have a connection that has land somewhere, and I can help you guys rent it out and can lease it off to you, the land. But I don't want to get involved in stuff like that. I don't want to get involved in that kind of business. I don't know why. I just don't. It's a headache. And so Sergio said the loss of manufacturing and the feminizing liberal policies has contributed also. Yeah. And Cedric
What
said
what
it's
is 540 in peso?
540 in pesos is
It's
two.
250, right?
Yeah, two. That's 220. Oh no,
220.
that's 270.
Is that per liter? Because in the Philippines, it's like 82 for gasoline, 92 yata or 93 for around
Yeah, the gas
90
price here
for
too.
diesel. It was
It
from
rises there too.
65. It go up
Hmm.
so high.
Sure did. And so Sergio said the loss of manufacturing. Oh yeah. So Cedric said it's my dream is to live on a farm in the Philippines with a few animals and grow my own food and run a business from online. I'm 48. Yeah. Yep. And that's the way now, man. That's the way now. And so
Mm-hmm.
Deep Parker said anytime you're dealing with the government or taking anything from the government, they have chains on it. And with chain comes shackles. Yeah, they sure do. They
Will
sure do.
Tata said, I have a Zoom meeting next week with an owner of a rental place. I may secure it if goes well. Will, you need to be here
Whoa. Get here
first.
first, man. Get here first.
I don't know. It's up to you,
It's, he may have. I don't know if he has his lady checking it out, but still,
but it's better
you
if you
want to
see
see it
it on
first,
your own.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do no deals without being here, man.
Yeah.
You gotta see
I
it.
suggest you stay in maybe in hotel or Airbnb
Yeah,
first and
come
then
on
see
here.
the place. But this is only suggestion. But if you decide to
Yeah, if
just
you
go, so
try,
it's
do
up
what
to
you want
you.
to do, but
Yeah.
come out here, see the area, because it could be in an area that just don't work for you. A lot of times it could be like that, man. You get out there and
Hmm.
go, hold up, because you're not here yet, and you go, wait a minute, this doesn't work for me.
Hmm.
I don't think I
And
want to
also
stay
you
here.
wanna see the actual, even though, for example, your girlfriend showed the place already, like everything. Still different if you wanna stay for a while. If you wanna stay for a long time in that place, you wanna see it because Jay and I, even here where we're staying, we didn't notice that the faucet is having a little bit of a hole,
Yeah,
and we just find out after 2 months because we keep traveling back and forth to Manila. We go to Puerto Galera, we go to Rojas, so we didn't even notice it. We didn't use it for a long time before we find out, like February already. So it's better if you check everything on your own, you see it in your own eyes, everything. I don't know, but that's only a suggestion, Will, because Jay always suggests that when you find a actual place you want to rent for a while, 6 months to a year, it's a long time. You need to check it on your own first, in your own eyes.
yeah. And
Yeah.
Lisa, I don't think they're going to take people's pensions for the unvaxxed. That's just too crazy. I don't think they're doing that. That's too much. Plus, they're also doing away with COVID stuff now, so they're not gonna do that. They probably don't talking about doing it like before when we first started, but it's we too far ahead now. Like it's dying now. They're trying to bring out new strains again, but it's not gonna happen. And
Garrett
so
said it was the time for double nickel. 55 years old me before my health cost me all my stuff and almost my life. Rebuilding stage yet again. Had to use my Roth IRA and I don't know how to pronounce this, Kyo plan just to survive.
yeah,
Yeah,
cool plan.
sometimes there's always another day to change, another day, and the next day
Life goes
to, yeah. If you're down today and tomorrow, there's tomorrow all the time. But of course, don't say it tomorrow again. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Do it
on.
tomorrow and do it forever. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a
Thanks a lot,
good.
Happy.
Thank
Thanks a lot.
you, the Hapsters, and to all
Tony
great
Anderson,
guys.
what's
Thank you
going
so
on?
much. Push
Tony
up, Tony. What's going
Anderson.
on?
Bro Data, what's going on? He's happy
Thank you,
anniversary.
Will.
And so Jack said invest well in a Filipino woman and they make business work. Money for
I'm
sure.
doing an errands today before leaving on Monday. Oh yeah, he's leaving on
Yeah,
Monday,
that's right.
Tony.
You have
Thanks,
to
Tony, for dropping by.
you said well in a Filipino woman, you have to find the right one. Like I would invest now that I'm here with Kay, but not when I first came. I told you guys, I told Kay couldn't believe it. I said, babe, I didn't trust you till I met you. And it's facts. And then when I met her, I trusted her like anything I trusted in my life. But
Trust me with this password, guys.
and so Lisa Glenda said not money, just finding them. Okay.
Yeah, Mike. Tony is heading to the Philippines on 20. I think 23 or maybe 22 because it's
Yeah.
23 around that time. That's gonna be Monday or Tuesday. He'll be here.
So Garrett said Will Smith, Steve Harvey, Tyler Perry, lost it all. Yeah. Yep. And so Cedric Ennis said looking to invest in taxes liens, low risk. Yeah, yeah, I know what you're saying, but people, yeah, that may not be such a bad idea. But the only thing with that though, you gotta be a hawk, man. People on that, people have been doing that for years, and they're hawks on it. But it can be done. And also, I gotta show you about my stuff because this is my phone for Upwork gigs. It rings off. My phone rings off
And
all the
Jay,
time
that's why I
for all
turn
these
off
gigs.
also on my phone. I turn off
Yeah, I have to turn it
notification
off
because
for
it's too
whatever.
much. Like,
It just rings in, and I keep, people keep. I get enticed to look at it, and I can't.
mm.
And so Chiquiville says that's right, very shady. And so Lisa Galinda said, I mean, you find the people so we don't get cheated. We use your eyes. You can accept the fee or referral since you are there. No, yeah, I would do something like I don't know. I just don't want to.
What's that? What does it
I
mean?
know she's talking about like I go and look stuff up for people. Um, I would do it. It's just I don't really want to get involved with doing business. I don't know. I may consider it in the future. I may consider it in the future because like even I can get land, right? I can get land here. I got a connection. I don't really want to talk about it, where I can get something that's there now, and I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. It's actually even where I'm gonna be, but I still don't want to do it. So how long will you be there? So you are talking about each other. Invest 6,000 a year into Roth IRA. Over 30 years, it grows to 1.4 million. Yeah, that's true. But those things too, the way they split the money up is to where almost to where you won't lose unless there's a super bad stock market crash again, which is bound to happen. Actually, we overdue for one. But I don't know. There's ways now you can do it to where it won't affect you if a crash happens, but still. Okay, cool. What part?
It's
So
gonna be in Quezon City. Mike, you're gonna be in Quezon City and Pampanga, somewhere like that. So we will interview him. Maybe
yeah, yeah.
if it's not face to face, maybe here over here, just to see what he experienced. If he's available, only if Tony is available.
It's Senate Bill South 233. It's on the floor. Okay. And so
Vic
Vic Reyes
Reyes
said,
said, "Let me
okay,
just read
okay.
that.
Oh, you go
It
now.
is just kind of strange, kind of strange. There are people who are successful who dies at early age. Wealthy people commonly dies and diagnosed with cancer. If you're poor, you're only going to die by starving." True. Sometimes
Yeah.
those rich people are the one who are more like
Mhm.
malignant sickness,
Mhm.
like skin disease or something like that. It's true.
Mhm.
Book sales, some real estate deals from Garrett deals and turn those profit back into tax lien certificates and the occasional house deed. That is our financial plan for success for our family securing the future. Hello,
Mhm.
Ray Anthony Blanco. John Ryder. Hello, what part of the Philippines you live in? John Ryder. Jay?
We're in Calapan right now.
The Hapster folks need to get to work now. Have a nice day, the Hapsters. Weekend duty
Yes.
over there. Jay
And
also have a
guys,
weekend duty, guys. Have a good weekend. You're all good to see you
yes,
all
yes.
always, Jay and
And I'm
Kay.
gonna, yeah, guys. But thanks, guys, for joining the live. I'm gonna end it early today. Um, thank you guys for coming out. I may do one again tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'll see. But thank you guys for coming. Be sure to stay tuned in. We'll see you tomorrow. If we do it, we may do it around 10, 11, 12, maybe around that time, sometime around then. But
Sometime.
yeah, other than that, guys, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining live. Have a happy Saturday. See you again tomorrow. Peace out.
Bye, guys. Bye.